everyone, it's me, Nikki, and today I'm here with the books that I read in March. I know the lighting is a bit bright. I had to update my camera and stuff, so everything got weird, and even when I I don't know. It doesn't matter. So the books I read in March. I read a handful of Nancy Drew books. I'm not going to talk about them because they're basically all the same. Nancy and her friends show up somewhere. There's a mystery. Nancy decides to solve it. Stuff happens. Nancy solves it, and then there's a happy ending. It was like that in the hardbacks as well, but I don't know. It just seems. Because those seem more written for children, the paperbacks, whereas the hardbacks seem like maybe they were meant for maybe somebody a little older. I don't know. That's just me, though. I also read the Ray Bradbury, I believe it was, let me find it. Oh, that's the wrong place. It was a Ray Bradbury anthology. You'll have seen it. I would have put it up because I figured out how to do that. Go me. I think it was 100 of his most celebrated tales. It was pretty good. I really enjoyed the first two stories. I thought were the best. I did skip some in the middle, and there were some near the end that I thought were good, but I think I gave it, I don't know what I gave it, 4 stars? But yeah, it was good. It was lent to me by somebody whose dog I walk, because at the time the libraries had just closed and I didn't even have an ebook thing. Sorry, I'm just adjusting my camera. I didn't have an e-card or anything like that. And then I also read an arc of, you will have seen it again. It's called Raiders of the Lost Archives. It's a children's book, but I thought it was good. The art is amazing. The story, because it was short, it's only 42 pages on my e-reader here. But I liked it. I think it would be a great book for kids. It's got action, adventure, new words, because there's a glossary at the end. But yeah, it was cute, and it was a fun read, and I enjoyed it. Yeah, and that's all the ones that I don't have physically. Next, here are my physical books. We have, thank you for focusing, Taliesin by Stephen R. Lawhead, book 1 of the Pendragon cycle, and I think there are 5 in total. I think there might be 6, but I think 5. And this one is about the Atlantean princess Charis and Taliesin. They are in Wales, and it is it is during the Roman conquest, but like near the end, because Hadrian's wall gets overrun. And they meet up and fall in love, and yeah, it's sort of the start of Stephen R. Lawhead's version of the Arthurian cycle, because there's lots of call outs, shout outs to the Arthurian myths that everybody, well, most people know, I guess. Yeah, I liked it. It's interesting. It's different. There's a great story in here about Push. I did not say that right. It's a Welsh legend about, and it's like the whole story that I first saw on Overly Sarcastic Productions. It's PWYLL, and it's got the whole story in there, and I really like that little detail. So yeah, this was a good book. I can't wait to try the others. And that's it. I thought I had something else to say, but I don't. Next I have The Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb, which, there you go. I read this for the Elderling along, and I have the second one to read. I really enjoyed this. I'd read this already, but I enjoyed reading it again, and this cover is amazing. There are some warnings. 2 dogs do die. One is murdered and one dies of old age. And Woo! Shit, sorry, I dropped my book. Where is it? Chapter 14 through 16 to 17, maybe even past that, is Galen the teacher, because Fitz, the main character, has the skill, and Galen somehow got the appointment to be teacher after the last teacher retired or died, and he shouldn't have, because he's trash, and he teaches all of them trash, and Fitz is like naturally good at it, and he is bad. He's a mix to me between Snape and Umbridge from Harry Potter, in that he hates Fitz for what Fitz's father did, but he's an utter bastard of a teacher. He does try to get Fitz to kill himself. So if you don't, it's child abuse, essentially, almost murder, and the 2 dogs do die. So if you don't like any of those things, don't read it. But you can also skim over it if you were thinking of trying it. Because you know basically when it's going to happen for Galen to try to kill Fitz. But I really liked it. I have not read the next one. So if there's anything like that you think would be triggery, I would love to know it. I honestly do not care about spoilers. I read spoilers all the time for movies, video games, and books because it just makes me too anxious otherwise. So give me spoilers below. But yes, this was very good. And I believe it continues to be good in not only this trilogy, but in the rest of the Elderling series. Next, I have The United States Constitution, a graphic adaptation by Jonathan Hennessy, and the art is by Aaron McConnell. It's essentially a comic book of the Constitution of the United States of America. It was very good. It really helped me understand everything and about why all the articles and amendments were written and why they are still important today. The biggest chunk is probably the articles. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I read it, and then I don't know if there's any more past 5. What do I know? Yes. No, there's 7. There's 7. And that takes up the biggest section. The next biggest section is the Bill of Rights, which is the first 10 amendments. The only thing I would say is I wish that the amendments after 10 got as much exposure. I mean, they are talked about, obviously, but not as much as the first 10. So maybe if there's like a rework or something, that could be worked upon. But I think this is a good book if you just do not understand the Constitution. You know, this would be good in classes and stuff like that. So yeah, good book. And I got it in a giveaway from Goodreads. So thank you to Goodreads and Jonathan Hennessy. And next, the last book is Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. It is in the Six of Crows duology, and I loved it. Even though it's like a big chunky book, it is a quick read. I'm pretty sure everybody on BookTube has read it by now, but if not, pick it up. Six of Crows was my introduction to the Grishaverse, and I'm happy about that because then I found Leigh Bardugo and I love her. She's one of my favorites. She wrote that Wonder Woman book that I love so much, which I would have bought anyway because it was Wonder Woman, but knowing it was written by Leigh Bardugo made it even better. So yes, I have loved this. It's fantastic. I wish for more of it because I really like Kaz. He basically has the answer to everything. Like, he comes up with plans and they always seem to work out. It's just like he's mapped it all out in his head. I think there is a character like that, but I honestly cannot think of it off the top of my head. So if you know a character like Kaz, let me know. So yes, I was very happy with this. Very happy. Well, I did cry, I did laugh, but in the end I was very happy. And it makes me interested to read the 2 Grisha books and the first book in the Nikolai duology. Because I love this universe and I want to be more. But yeah, those were all the books I read. I don't know what to say. I never know how to end a video. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please subscribe. You're not obligated to. So whatever. Yeah, and let me know if you know any other characters like Kaz that are in books or movies, because I would love to read and watch them. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.